All right, this is Jon with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and today where I'm at is actually I'm at the Three Sisters Farm here in Homestead, Florida. Probably my favorite permaculture organic certified farm here in Homestead, and I'm here today for a very important reason, to share with you guys my number one favorite crop or food of all time that you guys should be eating definitely every day. In this episode, we're going to show you guys the best way to use it, to prepare it, how to grow it, and everything you guys need to know, and also where to get some of the highest quality turmeric starts or turmeric food that you and your family could eat to derive the benefits. So anyways, let's go ahead and head back into the Three Sisters and share with you guys all today about turmeric. So now I'm inside the Three Sisters Farm, and this place is beautiful. It's like, I don't know how many acres of permaculture, organic orchards with different stories down below. I mean, just walking through some sweet potato vines growing in the bottom, and then we got up top, we got things like the jackfruit. Now this episode, we're not going to cover this farm. We're going to talk about, probably the most important crop you guys should be growing and eating each and every day. It's the turmeric. And if you guys are interested in seeing more about this farm, how they're growing jackfruit, shipping you guys jackfruit wherever you guys live in the continental United States, as well as other tropical fruits like the longhans, are taking pre-orders now. You want to check the link down below to my other video I did here at the Three Sisters Farm, where I give you guys a full tour of the farm. And also be sure to check the links down below to go to the Three Sisters website to order your guys' fruits and some of their jams that they produce here on the farm. Anyways, let's go ahead and get over to the turmeric field, or the rows where they got the turmeric, because that's the reason why I'm here today. So I finally made it to just two of the many turmeric rows that they're growing here at the Three Sisters Farm. Turmeric is just one of the many crops that they grow here, and they really focus on it because one of the things the farmers try to do here is grow the really easy crops that don't take a lot of management. Turmeric barely gets any pests, so they don't got to spray it like that. And once again, they're certified organic here, so they add organic compost and other nutrients to the soil that are all natural to grow some of the healthiest turmeric with some of the highest health benefits, right here in the ground. And what we're looking at behind me are the turmeric plants. So they're in different ages. These are a little bit smaller, these are a bit larger, and they just kind of about the same size all the way down. This row, or these rows here, were harvested last year, so they threw back some of the big crowns to basically grow for this year's crop. Now, they will harvest no turmeric until it's time to harvest it here at Three Sisters. So this means they leave the crop in the ground for a sufficient amount of time for them to get nice, large, and full of the beneficial phytochemicals and phytonutrients. And that is where the health benefits of turmeric is derived. You guys may have heard information on turmeric before and all the different ways it can help you guys. There's such a long list, I don't want to cover them all, but I will let you guys know that to me, turmeric is probably one of the highest antioxidant foods on the entire planet. It's these antioxidants that are very important for us to eat because they are anti-aging. They will keep you young and they will ward off disease. A lot of people these days, I know you guys have friends and relatives. Somebody comes down with cancer, somebody has heart disease, somebody has this, somebody has that. And I'm not saying turmeric is the number one answer that you guys should do. Turmeric is part of the answer. The whole answer, the bigger picture, is eating a diet rich in these plant phytonutrients and phytochemicals, such as all the fruits and vegetables. Every fruit and vegetable has different levels of phytonutrients and phytochemicals. These are the things that are going to keep you healthy, and most Americans and people around the world are eating fast food, junk food, processed food, and too many animal foods, and not getting enough of these very powerful plant compounds. Now, these plant compounds, the phytonutrients and phytochemicals, are not necessarily in the turmeric plant for us to basically consume and eat. That's a side benefit. They're in there for the plant, right? Why are the phytochemicals and phytonutrients and other plant metabolites in there for the plant? Plant metabolites means it's thing that the plants makes, from their own cells, their own DNA, because it's like, because they need to make them to be healthy, right? The turmeric is grown in the wild, so I like turmeric because it's more of a wild food versus a cultivated or hybridized food. Many of the ones that you're buying today in the store, and that's why I encourage you guys to grow your own, a lot of wild foods and include those in the foods you eat, because they're a lot more higher in nutrition and medicinal value than standard butter lettuce from the store, for example. But these plants of the wild have had to put up with nature, and nature could bring storms, it could bring hot weather, it could bring dry weather, it could bring bugs, it could bring powdery mildew, it could bring disease, fungal infections, all different kinds of stuff in nature. And the turmeric, as you guys can see, this is beautiful turmeric here, it's immune. And that's because of these important phytochemicals and phytonutrients that the turmeric plant makes for itself to defend itself from nature. The side benefit is when we eat the plant, and most people eat the rhizome, which is basically like, it's not really the root, it's underground stems, basically. We get the health benefits because the turmeric plant stores all the nutrients in that rhizome underneath the ground. And so some of the research that's out there, says turmeric is anti-inflammatory, it can help with genetic defects, good for colitis, good for your heart health, it's anti-cancer, increase your artery function, good for arthritis, good for Alzheimer's, good for antiviral, good for antibacterial. It can even whiten your teeth, some people say. And yeah, I mean, there's so much actually scientific documented research on turmeric. It's insane. One of the doctors that I listen to regularly at nutritionfacts.org, definitely want to check them out, or Dr. Greger there, he says, is there anything turmeric can't do? Because it's like a miracle food. And it's one of the foods that I think you guys should be eating every day. I try to include it every day in my diet when I'm not traveling around the world, making videos. I include it every day, and as well as I grow it in my garden, and I believe you guys should include it, eat it every day, and grow it in your garden as well. Now, it's quite unfortunate that most turmeric that people eat, is like a powdered turmeric powder, or maybe even a curcumin, which is an extract of the turmeric. I always believe that a whole food is better than a constituent part. Because in turmeric there's curcumin, but there's a lot of other phytochemicals and phytonutrients that are in there that may have benefits that are yet not tested or unknown. And it's the dried powder. Once you get the turmeric root out, they basically grind it up and dry it, and then they sell it to you guys. So once you dry or you process anything, you lose nutrients, you lose phytochemicals, you lose phytonutrients, so it's not gonna be as powerful. So that's why I believe everybody should grow their own turmeric and dig it up when you're able, and dig it up and eat it in its fresh, natural state. That way, and especially if you grow it in really rich soil with good organic matter, trace mineral component, and the biologic or beneficial bacteria, fungus, and other food soil web creatures, including earthworms and nematodes and arthropods and all these things, you're gonna grow the highest quality turmeric. And I do not recommend growing it with conventional fertilizers, because then, in my opinion, you're gonna have a lower quality turmeric. The reason why the turmeric is so good at this organic permaculture farm is because they don't add pesticides. So when they don't add pesticides, the plant is forced to be stronger, create more of its plant metabolites to defend itself against the pests. So then you get a much more concentrated product. And if you want the super concentrated product, they actually grow a white turmeric here that really tastes bitter. But yeah, so this is the turmeric, lots of health benefits. What I thought I'd do next is actually go over to another area of the garden that they are now currently harvesting turmeric from for sale. They left that in the ground for like 3 seasons now. This stuff is like harvested last season, not ready to be harvested. But before I go over there, actually, I want to let you guys know that the most common eaten part of the turmeric is actually the rhizome. Many people would call it the root. It's not the root, it's a rhizome, different than a root. But besides the rhizome, you guys could eat the leaves. The leaves of the turmeric is eaten traditionally in many different cultures of the world. And the leaves are also edible. They are an edible leafy green. My channel is called Growing Your Greens because I want you guys to grow and eat your greens, including turmeric greens. Because if it's in the turmeric root, there are definitely properties in the leaves that are similar to the root, because the plant makes all the nutrients and it sends it down to the root, or the rhizome in this case. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try a raw leaf. Sometimes they use it for wraps, sometimes they chop it fine into salads in different cultures around the world. I'm gonna start actually juicing my turmeric leaves. Wow, this is a trip eating turmeric leaf, man. I actually kind of like eating turmeric leaves more than the root, because you know why? It actually has the same flavor of the root. It like really has that strong turmeric-y flavor, but this is not gonna stain your teeth like the turmeric will, or stain your juicer. That's my favorite way to use it. Best way in my opinion is to juice the turmeric to get the juice. It'll stain your juicer. The leaves are awesome. If I was you and you guys were growing this, I'd chop some up into salads, eat every night. Definitely, in my opinion, better than a powder. Yeah, turmeric leaves, so delicious. Let's go ahead and head over and let's go ahead and harvest up some turmeric for you guys here at the Three Sisters. So now we're in another area of the farm, and this turmeric has been growing for about 3 seasons now, since the turmeric is only harvested on an as-needed basis. They don't just go in and harvest all their turmeric and then go and sell it for you, you know. They're gonna leave it in the ground as long as possible to let it fully mature and, you know, build up those high levels of plant polyphenols, curcumins, and other plant nutrients inside there. So what they got here is a turmeric that's been growing for 3 seasons, and this stuff, you know, it's ready to harvest whenever you want, okay? So turmeric is a tropical vegetable, and it's best grown in the tropics. We're here in South Florida, someplace like Hawaii or Puerto Rico. I've seen turmeric thrive there. Now, if you live in a climate, you know, that's not tropical, that you get down to freezing, turmeric does not like the freezing. It does not like the cold, much like you guys don't like the cold. That's why a lot of you guys from New York come down to Florida for the winter. But yeah, I don't like the freezing either. But nonetheless, neither does a turmeric. So I've been growing turmeric in a zone 9A, Las Vegas. And basically, I've left mine in the ground for 3 seasons also. The first season I had like 1 upshoot. The next season I maybe had 2 or 3, and now I have 3 or 4 coming up. I have not yet harvested it yet because I want to let the root mass get nice and big. You can harvest the leaves all the way along, you know, as they come up, you know, harvest some of the baby leaves, keep that plant trimmed back and get some of the benefits from the leaves. The leaves will have similar properties as the rhizome will. And even more so, I hear the leaves are good for detoxing the liver and also high in antioxidants. And so if you don't live in the tropics, then you would plant this when you would plant out, you know, your tomatoes and other summer season crops. They like a longer season, right? The other thing you guys can do if you live in a place where it's a shorter season, you know, grow turmeric indoors in a container. The hardest part about growing turmeric is to basically get viable active rhizomes that actually you could plant. They'll sprout out, bud out, and then they'll grow up into a plant. So at the end of this episode, we'll share with you guys how you guys can get some of these very rhizomes that are growing in the ground here, nice and fertile and ready to bud out. Some of the rhizomes that you may try to find at your local Asian market or in your supermarket may have been sitting in a cooler, sitting on the shelves, may have been treated by some kind of like radiation treatment to get imported into the country. It may not be as viable or, you know, as potent as this stuff here, because this stuff is all being grown organically underneath the Florida sun. So what I want to do next for you guys is actually show you guys how to harvest this turmeric, and what we're going to need that is a pitchfork, and we're going to go ahead and do a close-up on the ground for you guys to show you guys how I get up and underneath the turmeric and just pull the whole clump up and how massive it's going to be. All right, so as you guys can see, we got the pitchfork right here. You guys can see some of the rhizome right there coming out. We're just going to go ahead and stick this fork in, and we're not going to put it at an angle like this. We're going to put it straight up and down first. We're going to go ahead and step on it, get it right down in the dirt as far as you can get it. Ugh. All right, so we got that fork down in there pretty good. Then we're just going to go ahead and lift up. Try to move some of these rocks out the way. We're trying to really get down there deep. We don't want to harvest too shallow. We're going to break off some of them turmeric rhizomes here. And then we're just gonna pull it on up. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and see what we got. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. We got a couple big clumps here, and we're gonna go ahead and shake this stuff off, all the dirt off. And look at this. Lots of roots, but we got lots of turmeric root, fresh and ready to harvest. This stuff's right out the ground. Look at this. This is stuff, if you guys want to plant it and grow it yourself, this is stuff you want. This stuff is actually shooting out and ready to plant for you guys, ready to put in the ground. Even it's got still some roots on there, and that stuff's gonna grow into new shoots, new plants, so you guys could eat the greens as well as grow the rhizomes for you guys to eat. So yeah, lots of turmeric here that we unearthed. Like, look at that. This is totally full of the roots and the rhizomes. The rhizomes are basically underground stems that are storing the energy that the photosynthesis in the plant is making. Look at that. This is definitely some really good looking turmeric. And yeah, it just really wants to sprout out and even grow a lot more. So what I thought I'd go ahead and do for you guys next, actually sit down with Jon Gambino, the farmer here, and talk to him more about the turmeric and why you guys should be including more of it, and how to get some of this turmeric that I've actually even harvested today shipped directly to you guys at a really good price for certified organic turmeric grown in the good old United States, ready for eating or planting. So now I'm here with the chef and farmer and owner of this permaculture organic farm, Three Sisters. As you guys just saw, I harvested the turmeric out of his fields. This is Jon Gambino, and we're going to talk to Jon about turmeric, how to grow it, maybe some of the best ways that he likes to use it because he is a chef, and also at the end, how you guys can get your own turmeric. So first off, Jon, I really want to get into like, what's your experience with growing turmeric? You know, I know you had a hard time starting and getting turmeric to start here on the farm, so do you want to share that story with everybody?
Yeah, at first we couldn't find turmeric because I grew ginger successfully from the supermarket, but turmeric wasn't sprouting, probably because it's irradiated. So we found a grower from West Palm Beach. He was in the area. He brought down some. I said I'll take everything he has, and we started growing it about 3 seasons ago, and from 10 pounds we're now in full production, and we're growing a lot of it, and it's for sale, and it's super easy to grow. You could just throw it on the ground and it sprouts even without burying it. You could just leave it on the ground, and you know, we have a lot growing like that too. We'll be walking through the fields, a piece will fall and it'll just sprout. So it's been amazing because it's so easy to grow. It's so strong versus ginger. Like ginger takes a while. Turmeric is fast, and you get a lot of it per finger. Each finger, 1 to 2 inch piece will actually give you a massive clump, even larger than this one. And it depends with the amount of sun and the soil conditions.
Cool. So how long does it take for you here in South Florida to, like, you know, you plant a little finger here? How long does it take to, you know, until you could harvest it?
Well, it's a 6-month crop at least. So by May, June, we're getting it in the ground. That's also the same time that last year's turmeric sprouting. So it kind of gives you the indicator of when to plant it. So by December, you know, it's going to go dormant in the wintertime. In South Florida, we have a cool winter. As soon as it gets cool, December, January, it's going to go dormant. That's when you can harvest it. And you can harvest it year round, as long as you build up a stock. If you do nothing, it's just going to keep growing and take over an area. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's awesome. So is it one of your most productive crops that grow underneath the ground?
That and yucca, I would say. Yucca being a larger crop. But turmeric, as far as you know, actually it's the most lucrative actually underground crop, because per pound we're making a lot more. We get $1 a pound for yucca, and retail we're getting 15 a pound for turmeric. Wholesale, still getting a great price for it. So it's a great cash crop for us, and you know, it's being one of the only places in the country where we could really grow it effectively. We're lucky here, and so it's a no-brainer, and we just love it. We eat it every day, and try to include it in every meal. So it's beautiful.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I definitely encourage you guys, if you guys live anywhere in South Florida, you guys should be growing the turmeric. But even if you don't, you could grow it in other places. You know, I grow this turmeric in Las Vegas. It does fine. We have a nice long season, and like Jon said, you know, mine goes dormant in the winter time, and then it pops back up come spring. You know, I got it in a more protected place. It doesn't get too cold out in the elements. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing this in Iowa if you got a short season or something like that. In that case, you'd probably want to grow it in a container indoors, bring it outside in the summer, and before it gets too cold, you know, bring it indoors. And it's going to sense the change of season itself, and when, you know, tops start shriveling up and start falling over, then you know it's probably time to harvest, if you want to, or unless you want to keep them growing in the ground further. You know, as much as I appreciate Jon for the hard work, he is out here in the fields every day working 8 hours plus maybe 10. You know, I want you guys to be your own farmer. But, you know, Jon could help you out because he has, you know, non-irradiated, organic, certified turmeric that you guys could get. Now, before we go into how you guys could get some of this very turmeric shipped to you guys, let's talk about how to use it. So, Jon, for me, the best way to use the turmeric is to juice it because it'll stain your juicer, but you're liberating all those nutrients, the phytonutrients out of the fiber and, you know, getting it into your juice and drinking. And I'm not gonna tell you guys that it's like the best tasting stuff, but it is damn good for you. So Jon, as a chef, maybe has different goals than I do. My goal is completely just 100% health goals. How could I get the anti-cancer benefits? How could I get the arthritis benefits? How could I get the, colitis benefits, all the different benefits from it. But Jon likes to incorporate every day into his cooking, which I also recommend you guys do. I like to juice a little bit of turmeric every day and, you know, put turmeric in my sauces and soups and salad dressings at night. But Jon, as a chef, how do you use it? Like 3 top ways.
First, I agree. Juicing it and putting in smoothies is the best way. It's the most effective. It really is delicious once, you know, it's an acquired taste, but it really is delicious when it's fresh. Most people are accustomed to the ground turmeric, which is much more bitter as it dries. All those medicinal components come out more. But juicing it, stir fries, anything that you're gonna, whenever you're mincing garlic or ginger, so a lot of Asian dishes, you can just chop it up and put it right in there. Another thing which Jon won't be doing is grating it into your omelet or your scrambled eggs. We have free range eggs, so it's extra high quality. But you know, once you start using the fresh root, you're gonna really enjoy the taste, and it can replace a lot of medications too. I mean, it's the most. So it's not only delicious once you start eating it, but it's one of the most versatile medicines on the planet. And you know, I mean, you could research that, and there's tons of research out there. And but if we can eat it and get incorporated into our daily lives, it's just that's the way to go. You don't want to wait until you get sick and then have to take all these concentrated capsules and things which our bodies might not be absorbing. So mango turmeric is a great combination. That's one of my favorite smoothies, is mango turmeric, and then I'll just blend it with sugarcane juice.
Oh yeah.
Or sorbet. That's like my same recipe, and I'll throw that into an ice cream machine. So yeah, just start experimenting and get that turmeric in there.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree with Jon on that one. Like, once you start eating it, especially fresh, like the dried stuff tastes way different. I mean, fresh is always best. It's you guys that grow tomatoes have picked your own tomatoes and tasted fresh tomatoes out of your own garden, and you get the store-bought tomatoes, way different. So yeah, high quality, fresh picked, harvested turmeric shipped directly to you versus store-bought turmeric, difference in taste. But once again, even once that turmeric is dried, processed, shipped over in India, potentially irradiated, you know, it tastes way different. So that's why I encourage you guys to grow it yourself, you know, for the highest benefits. Now next, Jon, I want to talk about, like, you know, why should somebody buy your guys' turmeric grown here at Three Sisters than, you know, stuff at a local market, and why, especially if they want to grow it themselves?
I'm a good guy. Let's just say, yeah, I care about organic farming. Our customers become our friends. If you're not local, if you're local, definitely come down and connect with us. Our turmeric is sproutable, so you could grow it yourself. That's one reason. I believe it's the highest quality. I've never had better turmeric, and in my more recent experience, it's just been the highest quality product. I send it to friends of mine who are chefs at some top restaurants in the country, and they say it's the best product that they've found. So you know, this is a very similar climate to where turmeric comes from, and South Florida is an up-and-coming turmeric producing area. So but we're one of the smaller growers of it. We're certified organic, and it's, you know, you can't really go wrong. It sits on the shelf a long time in stores. So when you order from us, it goes straight from the ground in a box, and in a couple of days it's
On your doorstep.
Yeah, so, I mean, can't get any better than that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, freshest is always bestest. That's what I like to say, and I could definitely vouch for Jon. You know, last trip I was here, I'll post a link down below to the video I made here. It's actually over an hour long where I give a whole tour of the farm here, including a little small segment on turmeric. But I really want to come back and talk more specifically about turmeric because it's one food that I believe you guys should be eating each and every day and source the highest quality you guys could get and afford. And you know, my stuff, I got a batch last time from Jon. It was some of the best stuff that I've had so far to date. I mean, I gotten stuff in Hawaii and Puerto Rico and stuff, and I grow some of my own stuff that I actually haven't harvested yet. But yeah, his stuff I could definitely vouch for. So Jon, if somebody wants to order some of this turmeric from you, how can they get it?
Go to our website, threesistersfarm.com, and it's right on our shop. So it's only available by the pound right now. Maybe we'll add a larger box, but possibly now we'll just be selling it in 1 pound increments. By the winter time, we're gonna have a ton more in stock in the thousands of pounds. So get yours now. You can still grow it this season and this summer. It really thrives. And by winter time, we'll be rocking and rolling. And yeah, you could even eat the this thing here, which is
the little crown thing,
which is the head. So if you start growing it, you know, you can start making your own ground turmeric too. And it's good to have both the fresh and the ground because I think it does concentrate some of the medicinals of it. And I sprinkle it on popcorn too.
Oh, that's
I
a
know
good
he
use.
doesn't even, but,
You know,
but I do spirulina, turmeric, you know, and you know, sesame oil and a little sea salt, or you could use whatever Bragg's aminos or whatever. I know actually MSG. No MSG.
All right, so I mean the goal is this: any way you guys can get more turmeric in you, whether you grow it, whether you're going to have to buy it at the store, you want to eat this stuff each and every day for its myriad of health benefits, both researched and documented and even undocumented, because I believe there'll be so much more research coming out in the future. And because you guys stayed to the end of this video and you guys are one of my viewers, I hooked up you guys a special discount for Jon to get his turmeric shipped directly to you guys, the lowest price you're going to find his turmeric anywhere. Be sure to check the link down in the description below. Click on that link. That's the only way you guys are going to get this discount. I mean, the turmeric that I harvested today is the turmeric I'm taking home myself to eat, and I'm going to be planting myself out in my very garden. And this is what I want for each and one of you guys to do as well, to get the best turmeric from the best local small farmer that I know, shipped directly to you guys so you guys could grow it or just eat it and derive all the benefits. If you guys enjoyed this episode, hey, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. I'll be sure to visit Jon next time I'm in town and maybe highlight one of his other many crops that he grows here, including sugarcane, pineapples, bananas, mamey sapote, chico sapote, jackfruit, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so thumbs up. Also be sure, yeah, Java de Cava. Be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss any of my future episodes where I teach you guys how to grow your own food at home, because that is simply the best food. You know, get yourself out of the consumerism society, become a producer instead of a consumer, and Jon will allow you to do that with his viable turmeric, you know, that you could plant in your ground and get your own plants going. And also, finally, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. I have over 1,100 episodes at this time, teach you guys all aspects on how to grow your own food at home. So once again, my name is Jon Kohler with growingyourgreens.com. We'll see you next time. Until then, remember, keep on growing. All right, this is Jon Kohler with growingyourgreens.com to do another exciting episode for you. And what we're going to do today for you guys is thanks to somebody on Fiverr that wanted to do a coaching session with me, but instead of a coaching